Hey everybody, it's Graham. Thought I'd take a little bit and make another video log because it's kind of fun to do after I didn't make one for like a really long amount of time now. I think it's kind of cool. Um, so I'm just going to give you a little bit of an update from my day, and I thought I would talk a little bit about pronouns. I think I mentioned in another one of my video blogs that I recently started a new job, and I've been there about a month now. I'm a social worker, and I manage a one-stop career center here in the Bay Area. Came to this position from managing another career center in Berkeley, and so not too far away, and actually knew the people who ended up hiring me at the new site. So it's interesting because I'm going to the new job and requesting that they use masculine pronouns. So he and him instead of she, obviously. Um, but it's not as easy as just starting a new job with that, because even at this new place, they know me as she. Just because it's a very small world of career services, and all of the career centers run very much the same. We're all governed by the Workforce Investment Board of our county, and so it's just logical that the staff of the various career centers end up, getting to know each other. So even though I knew all of the folks who are now my colleagues, um, they knew me as she. So I came in to the position, and my very first day on the job, I told my supervisor, and she was really cool about it. Actually, I was nervous, but she told me that her daughter actually had a friend who was an FTM, and this person apparently, when he came to the Bay Area to have his chest surgery done, his parents weren't supportive. They just weren't helping him out at all, and just were just emotionally, not there. So my supervisor said, "Well, have him stay at her house." And so this person ended up staying at my supervisor's house while he was recovering from chest surgery. So I thought that was a pretty cool story and a pretty good way to start my first day on the job. Uh, so my supervisor's been just completely supportive and has never really messed up once with the pronouns, so that's pretty cool. And is making a point of introducing me as he to all of the new faculty that I meet, as I think I mentioned that I work at a student career center for a community college. Um, so that's been great. The colleagues, the folks that I actually work with in the career center that I actually supervise, it's a little different. They're amazingly, okay with it, and I figured they would be, and that's cool. But it takes a while for them to get used to things, and there's slip-ups with pronouns. And it's interesting because I can watch them, and I think it bothers them more than it bothers me. Because as soon as they say she, I get to see them get kind of twitchy, and they're like, oh, So it's kind of funny. Sometimes they'll do the he she sort of thing. They're like, oh yeah, Graham, she, I mean he. So I think it'll take a while for that to kind of to sink in, I suppose, and for them to get used to it, which is fine. I do have one person on my staff who seems to have adapted to it very well. And he's a bio guy, so it's kind of like, I don't know, maybe he just gets it. Of everybody on the staff, I think he and I kind of joke together more, and I feel more comfortable, with him. So maybe it's just something, with that. But all the way around, it's pretty cool. On the pronoun front, with friends and family, just really starting with the friends, and it's the same sort of story there, that it's like, I think they're more stressed out about it than I am, and they'll make the little slip-ups of she, he, and I don't want to be the gender police, so I'm not really, saying anything about it too much. Sometimes I just kind of look at them and, they get the idea. But I want to talk a little bit about my partner and how we've kind of come to deal with this. My partner, Laura, and I, we've been together for about 3 years now. And, when she met me, I had explored being trans, but at the moment when we met, I was okay with just identifying as, a butch dyke. And and something that, I had thought about, but thought, I think that I don't want to mess with hormones or surgery. I think I'm okay where I'm at. And what's happened really since I moved here to California from the Midwest, I think just living in the Bay Area has given me a different perspective. It's given me more of a freedom to be who I am. And I've kind of come into my own with that around the gender dysphoria issues. So it was actually really sweet when I told Laura that I wanted to do this. We were in the car, and I'd been worrying and worrying and worrying about it for a really long time. And she was just really supportive and wasn't really very surprised at all. And she's always called me she, so it's kind of like she has to get used to this too. So we decided that she would start using the masculine pronouns after we got back from the trip to my family's, which I just took almost, I guess, 2 weeks ago now. That way it wouldn't be, kind of a weird thing for her to be saying he when we're back home with my mom, because my mom doesn't know yet. So it's a whole nother issue right there. But at any rate, so Laura is starting to use the he pronoun, and I really like it. And she says it, it just makes me smile, and it just feels right. It's amazing to me how uncomfortable I have been for a long time with she and her and those female pronouns, and now that people are starting to say he, it just feels like it fits. So it feels really good, even though it's stressful. But overall, it's going really well. So, something just to put out there for you guys when you were changing pronouns and having friends and whatnot help you with that. How long did it take, for people to kind of get used to it? A few months or so is kind of, what I was going to guess. So yeah, things are going well. I'm kind of rambling now, so I'll start to wind down and shut up. But yeah, just want to make a little blog on pronouns. Oh, and one more thing. I went to the dry cleaners today and dropped off some stuff, and when I went in there, I walked in and it was during work, so I had on my button-down shirt and a tie, and the lady was like, "Yes, sir, how can I help you?" And I mean, I like that. That's totally cool. I'm not on T yet, but I do pass to some extent. The problem is that as soon as I start talking, then we play the he, she, sir, ma'am game. So I'm really looking forward to getting on testosterone, and hopefully the one of the first effects I will have is the deepening of my voice. That's my hope. So anyway, on the testosterone front, I have a doctor's appointment on Thursday, so we'll see how I'm doing. I know she was a little concerned about my blood pressure, and I said that earlier. I'm on meds and whatnot, so I'm hoping, keep my fingers crossed, that I get the green light to get injections. So I'll keep y'all updated on that. But overall, it was a good day. Hope the day was good for you. And